Once upon a time there was a woman named Syra who lived in a small, weathered shack right on the edge of a restless, stormy ocean. Syra was alone, and she was carrying a child. Every day, she would walk along the shore, her feet sinking into the cold, wet sand. The villagers from the cliffs above would look down and pity her. They saw a woman with nothing but a broken house and a heavy burden. They didn't know that Syra was waiting for something. One evening, the sky turned a bruised purple, and the waves grew as tall as mountains. Syra stood on the beach, clutching her stomach as the wind threatened to knock her down. She was exhausted. She had no money, her house was leaking, and she felt like the ocean was trying to swallow her whole. "I give up," she cried out to the crashing waves. "How can I bring a life into a world that is so cruel?" Just as she turned to walk away from the shore forever, a bright flash caught her eye. Buried deep in the sand was a strange, glowing blue bottle. It didn't look like ordinary glass, it shimmered like the stars. The letter from the sea. With trembling hands, Syra pulled the cork. Inside was not a treasure map, but a single, ancient-looking parchment. The ink was glowing. It read, "The pearl does not grow in a calm sea. It is born through the pressure of the deep and the grit of the sand. You are not a victim of the storm, you are the one the storm cannot break." As she finished reading, the bottle began to hum. Suddenly, the sand around her feet started to shift. She looked down and saw thousands of tiny, beautiful seashells forming a path leading directly to a hidden cave in the cliffside, a place she had walked past 1,000 times but never noticed. Inside the cave, Syra found something incredible. It was a natural sanctuary, filled with rare sea crystals and herbs that were worth a fortune. But more than that. The cave walls were covered in ancient carvings of mothers who had survived through the ages. She realized that the blue bottle wasn't magic. It was a message from her own ancestors, a reminder that strength is passed down through blood and bone. The turning tide. Syra didn't leave the beach. She used the resources from the cave to build a beautiful life. She became known as the healer of the coast. Months later, when she stood on that same beach holding her newborn son, the ocean was calm and the sun was setting in gold. She looked at the waves and whispered, "Thank you for the storm." The life lesson. When the waves of life feel too big, don't try to outrun them. Stand your ground. The very storm that tries to drown you might just wash up the treasure you've been searching for. Never give up.